Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Pennsylvania Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for joining us. We are really excited you're here. Before we get started, we do have a few housekeeping items to note. First, if you have any questions at all, feel free to submit those through the Q&A button. You can use the Q&A button to type in your questions to the presenters at any time. They are there, ready and available to answer your questions. Your camera and microphone are off. You are muted and your video is off. The panelists can't see or hear you. There are more sessions happening. This is one of many college presentations being offered, so feel free to sign up for more sessions where you registered for this one. And lastly, this recording will be available a week from today. All sessions are being recorded and are available at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. We are currently in session A4, where my mouse is circling at the moment. And this is also the same order of presentations. So without further ado, I'll get out of the way and introduce our first representative from Stevenson University.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here as part of our virtual college fair. I'm going to share my screen now and get started. My name is Elizabeth Fitzgerald, and I am Associate Director of Admissions at Stevenson University. I've been there for about 14 and a half, going on 15 years now, and I work with all students in the state of Pennsylvania, with the exception of the Philadelphia area. We have a different admissions counselor for your region. However, I am a Pennsylvania native myself and am happy to answer any questions at all for you at any time. So let's get started. Stevenson University is located in Owings Mills, Maryland, a Baltimore suburb. You can see by the map here that we are in close proximity to Baltimore in the northwest suburbs, about 30 minutes from downtown Baltimore. So I really like that because it's close to the city for a lot of great access to internships or just a fun day out with your friends, ball games, whatever it may be. But you're kind of removed from that hustle and bustle on a daily basis. You can see we have close access to major highways that'll get you here from Pennsylvania, such as 83, 95. So it shouldn't take you too terribly long to get to our campus. We try to take great advantage of our location. We are in close proximity also to Washington, D.C. and Annapolis as well. So lots of great internship and job opportunities for our students in the area. Over on the right side of the screen, you'll see an aerial view of our campus. This is our Owings Mills campus. It is an expansion area for us and really the future of Stevenson University. You'll see the residence halls to the bottom of our page. We're recently ranked number 8 in the country by University Magazine in 2021. So our residence halls were just built in 2004 or newer. Prior to that, we were a commuter college. So we see that as your advantage. You'll see the School of Business next door, our athletic facilities, and then the Manning Academic Center is a massive academic center, 200,000 square feet. Neighboring that is the School of Design, and then we're breaking ground for a new library where it says future development. Here are some key facts about Stevenson. About 2,700 full-time undergraduate students attend, so it is a nice small community. Average class size is about 17, so no large lecture halls on our campus. It really provides a lot of interaction in the classroom between students and professors. 14:1 is the student to faculty ratio, and we have a diverse student body. About 42% of our students identify as a member of a racial or ethnic minority group. So overall, we consider Stevenson a small, private, liberal arts university with a distinct career focus. Everything we do here is about career, getting students ready for life after graduation and introducing them to practical experience during their time on campus. So much so that connection to career is one of our core values, and all of our majors not only provide opportunities for internships, research, and a capstone project, but actually require one of those opportunities. So it is not uncommon to find students even doing multiple internships or research opportunities. They start classes in their major as early as freshman year, so they're ready to hit the ground running, getting that experience, and then ready for life after graduation. Here is a list of our undergraduate majors. You'll see they're divided between 6 undergraduate schools. Among our most popular are nursing, business administration, biology, criminal justice. We have a large psychology program as well, a large education program. Many of these majors have tracks within them where you can get a bit more specific. We have some unique ones like film and moving image, fashion design, cybersecurity, and digital forensics, and the list goes on. We also have a number of pre-professional advising areas as well if you wish to go on to law school, medical school, etc., and a full list of both academic minors and career-based minors, which we call professional minors, that are only 4 classes in a certain area instead of 6, going along with our career focus. So next, moving on to the application process quickly, we are on rolling admission, and you do have to be a senior in order to apply. You can apply to us using the common application or our own Stevenson University application through our website. Both options, so long as you apply online, are free of charge. And then you simply send your high school transcript. Well, not you send, but your school counselor will send your official high school transcript, and you will submit an essay and a short response to tell us more about you. This academic year, due to the challenges surrounding testing, we have gone test blind for this academic year. So we are not even considering SAT or ACT scores. And we haven't made a final determination if that will stick for next year. So be sure to check our website over the summer to see if we'll be operating in the same way. We have a number of scholarships as well to make you aware of. All accepted students are automatically considered for merit-based scholarships. You'll see there on the screen from $10,000 to $20,800, and you get that news inside your admission letter. We also have a full tuition presidential fellowship opportunity with a GPA of 3.7 or higher. You'd be eligible to apply. We also have leadership scholars and service scholars opportunities, theater and visual arts scholarship opportunities, and an interview-based founder scholarship. We are running in-person campus tours at this time, so we welcome you to come with a maximum of 4 in your party. We would love to have you. And last but not least, here is my contact information. Feel free to take a screenshot. We look forward to having you on campus or seeing you at a virtual visit soon. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. The next representative is from Cleveland Institute of Art.
Thank you. Welcome. Let me just go ahead and start my presentation there. Welcome everyone. My name is Karen Wellman. I'm one of the admissions counselors at the Cleveland Institute of Art. We are a small school. There's only about 650 students overall at our school. So that leads to a very small student teacher ratio, about a 12:1 in your classrooms, especially after that foundation year. Some of the foundation year, especially your liberal arts classes, will be a little larger, but maybe not more than 20 students in a classroom. We are located in this really wonderful area called University Circle. If you haven't been to this area before in Cleveland, you need to come visit. We're right by the Cleveland Museum of Art, Botanical Gardens, Natural History Museum, and our building is just about a 10-minute walk from University Circle. We're in the kind of the outskirts of that area. And we're only about a 10-minute drive from the downtown Cleveland area. So again, places to visit when you're downtown. And of course, CIA. So you definitely want to come visit our campus when you can. We're going to start opening up for visits starting this summer. We work closed for visits for most of the year, except to some admitted students recently. So why CIA? Again, that small student teacher ratio is really important. We're also on the entertainment tour. We have visiting artists and lecturers come. So lots of opportunities to meet visiting artists. Sometimes they're CIA alums, sometimes they're from Disney Pixar, but really across the country and nationally and internationally. Also, lots of opportunities to meet company reps. We do have a career fair and internship fair every year. This year we did them virtually. And so great opportunity to get your resume to them, get those different types of opportunities, so that way that you're establishing yourself. So when you graduate, you're going to have that experience behind you when you're applying for different jobs. We also give you the skill sets to be able to do that through classes like Engage Practice, and again, working with community partners. This particular student redesigned the Centennial logo that they had this past year for the Cleveland Museum of Natural History right in our area. A fabulous thing about our school is we just recently won under renovation and expansion. So this was about 5 years ago. So now we have about 250,000 square feet of maker space in our building. We have really great equipment for our students to utilize, everything from glass making, Wacom Cintiqs, virtual reality equipment, large scale. You could work in a large scale using our fabrication studio spaces. This is from our printmaking area. And sophomores starting your sophomore year, you do get your own studio space. So that's really important. So sophomore, junior, seniors, get your own space. Depending on which major, that space is going to look really different. And that was also part of the reason why we were able to bring students back this year. Most of our classes were hybrid. The liberal arts classes were done virtually, but the studio classes, a lot of them were hybrid. But students always had access to their studio spaces. Just some more example of studio space. This is the animation studios. Again, they're going to be different depending on your major. With animation, you're going to work in 2s or 3s. So it really needed this open kind of setting to be able to work together. Also, what's great about CIA is our residence hall. We have residence halls for freshmen and sophomores. Juniors and seniors tend to live on campus. But they can, if room is available, they can petition to live in the sophomore residence hall. But this is an example of the freshman residence hall. They're mainly quad rooms with 2 bedrooms and a bathroom on either side of the living room space here. And so you're only sharing a bedroom and bathroom with one other student. And these were built about 5 or 6 years ago. And again, another reason why we were able to bring students back to campus this year, because of the type of kind of privacy with the bathrooms not having to share public, a lot of public areas, was convenient and great to be able to do that this year. So our majors, definitely check out our website. We're at cia.edu. You could take a look at all the majors that we offer, everything from the design areas to the craft areas, to the digital art and integrated media area, and then our visual and fine art area. Also, take a look at our website as well to see what our alums have been up to. Lots of them are out in the world doing some really creative, cool things. Zach Petrock worked on the movie Big Hero 6 and actually won an Oscar for his work on that. But everything from our industrial designers doing work with Swifter and Dirt Devil, to transportation designers creating the latest models of cars, to concept artists doing work for comic books and movies. Again, locally, nationally, and internationally, our students are out there working. Some example locally, Cassie is working for La China in Cleveland. Jim Groman is working at American Greetings. He's also adjunct faculty and alum of our school. Quentin Spencer graduated from our interior architecture program, and he is currently working at an interior architecture firm down in Georgia. So if you're interested in applying to our school, we do have a couple deadlines set up: December 1st, January 15th, and March 1st. After that, we do have rolling applications. And we do give out merit-based scholarships based on your cumulative GPA and your portfolio. A portfolio is required. We recommend that you get a portfolio review before you submit your work. So be in contact with me. My name is Karen Wellman. I am, again, one of the admissions counselors at CIA. There's other counselors as well. You could take a look at our website to see which one is from your area, but you can email me at kwellman@cia.edu to see who your counselor is. If you're from outside the PA area, I am the counselor for the Pennsylvania area. Thank you, everyone.
Awesome, thank you. Just a friendly reminder that if anyone has any questions, to go ahead and submit those through the Q&A. Our representatives are here and available to answer any questions that you have. And if you have a specific question, to also note that in your question as well, the school name. Awesome. The next representative is from Cabrini University.
Thank you, Catherine. Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Kevin Cooley. I am an assistant director of the undergraduate admissions office at Cabrini University. If you guys are familiar, Cabrini is located about a half hour outside of Philadelphia in Radnor Township. We are a short little drive to Philly, which students really love. It's a really great campus, beautiful campus in a little safe, secluded area, which students really enjoy. I think it's definitely pleasing to the eye, and we like to highlight that a lot. But I want to tell you guys a little bit more about who we are as a school. We identify as a Roman Catholic institution with a mission statement that revolves around the education of the heart. So when we, sort of design our academic programs, we do keep that in mind. We offer a core curriculum that offers a program that we call Exchangements with the Common Good. All students will participate in that program, and they seem to really love the different things that they offer through that program, sort of catering their education to give back to their community, learn how to educate not only the mind, but the heart as well. So we are social justice oriented, and a lot of our students participate in some great things outside of our campus that revolve around that type of thing. And we can talk more about that down the line here. But that kind of, sums up who we are as an as a school, and who we, really identify as. We are a liberal arts institution, guys, so we have about 40 plus majors and minors for you guys to choose from. A lot of great programs, but I think the most important, or the most popular programs would be communications. We have a really great education program, which actually was the start of our school. So we were once an all education program. So we're graduating a lot of future teachers, and probably serves as one of the most, well-developed programs to this day. And I think students really enjoy our allied health and sciences program as well. Those three probably are the most popular. You always see a lot of psychology students the freshman year, which, is definitely a popular program at Cabrini as well. But I think those three serve as the most popular and probably the most well-founded right now. And, students really enjoy those programs. So there's a lot of flexibility in terms of what you can do at Cabrini academically. I think we see a lot of students come in with that social justice aspect in mind, that maybe want to, participate in a political science program, but they also want a minor or double major in criminology, so that they get a well-rounded education to be able to carry that into a profession. I see students do that all the time with us, and it's a great opportunity to really dive into a couple of different things and get your feet wet in a couple of different areas. And I think it's a possibility at Cabrini, and students really love to see how many things they can get involved in. The professors at our school are always so involved with their students, being that we're a close-knit community, a small school of about 1,600 students. Our class sizes are around 16 to 17 per class size on average. So you can imagine that when you're in the classroom, you're going to get to know your professor fairly well, and they're going to get to know what you're interested in and what you want to be, choosing as a profession one day. So I think the students enjoy that. And I like to mention that to prospective students that are coming in. I think, we are a niche school, and we're not a larger school like a Penn State, for example. We're going to be a little bit smaller. So if that's, the type of education that you're interested in receiving, consider Cabrini for sure. And definitely reach out to me if you have any questions about what class would be like, and how you can sort of take a look at the different programs that we have to offer. So I talked a little bit about our mission statement. We were named actually in 2019 one of the most transformative colleges by Money Magazine. So we do have a lot of new things going on at Cabrini. I think one to highlight is our new nursing program, which just began this previous year. We just opened up a brand new sim lab for that nursing program, and we're starting to see some of the programs attached to some of the hospitals around the area, like the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. There is a brand new Children's Hospital of Philadelphia in the King of Prussia area. So we are having some of the students try to get into clinical there so that they can, finish their clinical experiences. And we also meet up with Mainline Health, which is an extensive network in the Philadelphia area. So we're obviously building that program right now, maybe not as built as some of the other programs in the area, but we have a really great director right now that has come from another school where she built up that program as well for 10 plus years. And she's doing a great job right now at Cabrini to make sure the students are excited about what we have to offer from a nursing aspect. And students seem to be excited to come to Cabrini and want to study nursing. So I want to mention to you guys another unique part about Cabrini. I'm trying to monitor my time as well, but what we have at Cabrini are called LCs and LLCs. And these actually represent what a learning community and a living learning community. When you come in as a freshman, you can participate in either an LC or an LLC. As an LC, you would be grouped with a cohort of students that have the same academic interest as you. And you would usually have a similar schedule as them in terms of what time you'll attend classes, what classes you will attend. And you will also have usually the same academic advisor as well. So you often see the same faces as you're around campus, which is really cool. Living learning community, you would tie into actually living in the same residence hall as them. So if you have questions about homework, questions about specific assignments, you can go and actually access your fellow classmates, and you can speak with them about what they're experiencing in relation to what you're experiencing. So that's a really cool, unique thing that we do at Cabrini that people seem to appreciate. There's a lot of student life opportunities at Cabrini as well. We have a majority of clubs, around 50, maybe even more clubs, and it's really easy to start one of these clubs up. If you have a couple students that have similar interest as you in something and you want to begin a club, it's more than possible for that to happen. What I'd like to mention is we had the founder college about a year ago, and some of the communication students actually got a chance to interview her and speak with her about her experiences as the founder of that movement. And they got to record her, and it was a professional experience that they're going to be able to talk about when they go to apply for a job somewhere. And that was great to have her there. I think they learned a lot about that. So
Thank you. We're out of time.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't realize
no
I
worries.
went over.
Yeah,
Okay.
no worries. Thank you.
Yep.
Awesome. Very helpful information. The next representative is from Elon University.
Good afternoon or evening, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. My name is Tofumi Olalia, and I'm the admissions counselor working with students from Eastern Pennsylvania. I'm so excited to have this platform to talk more about Elon with you all. So to begin, where is Elon located? Well, we are located in Elon, North Carolina, so very easy to remember there. And we are centrally located. So as you can see on the map here, we're centrally located in North Carolina with the Greensboro, Charlotte, and the Raleigh-Durham area surrounding us, which creates places for students to kind of hang out and explore. These are all major cities in North Carolina that also all have major airports as well. So getting to and from home through those airports. 2.5 hours away from the mountains, and then about 3 hours away from the coast there. So lots to do on campus as well as around us. And we are a medium-sized private institution. So we have an undergraduate enrollment of around 6,300 students, which we describe as being that perfect number. We are able to develop those close-knit relationships, friendships, and bonds while potentially meeting a new person every day you're on campus. We do have 80% of our students coming from out of state, with our top enrollment being in the Northeastern region. So New Jersey, New York, Massachusetts, Maryland, Virginia, and heavy enrollment as well coming from Philadelphia, specifically the Philly area, from Pennsylvania, specifically the Philly area there. We have 47 states represented in 48 different countries. So again, that interaction and exposure with students coming from various backgrounds is definitely something that you'll find here. And it's Elon's top priority to ensure that we are recruiting a diverse array of students. And I'm proud to say that 19% of our students identify as being racially and ethnically diverse. So again, that interaction and exposure there. Kind of shifting now to the academic experience to start, when you apply to the university, you're applying to the university as a whole and not a specific school or program. So we have 4 undergraduate schools, those being our schools of education, communication, business, and then our College of Arts and Sciences. We have 60 plus majors for you to choose from, 75 different minors, and students are encouraged to pursue areas of interest in different fields. So you can actually have a major in 2 different schools and then a minor in a 3rd school. And then shifting to these last numbers here, you can see that Elon is committed to providing that smaller, engaging learning environment, where you're able to interact one-on-one with professors and faculty members, and really get to engage and interact in the classroom so that retention and comprehension process can take place with the material it is that you're learning. 20 students in an average class, and all of our classes are capped at 33, meaning you'll never have more than 33 students in a class at all during your 4 years at Elon. And then shifting now to that experience outside the classroom, we call these the Elon experiences because they truly are the hallmark of that experience as an Elon student. So our students are actually required to complete 2 out of the 5 that you see on the screen here, many of which are actually embedded into their curriculum. So for instance, our business school and communication school require a study abroad program or an internship. So we have around 80% of our students completing at least 1 study abroad program before they graduate. Many will study abroad more than once. We then have around 88% of our students completing at least 1 internship. Of that 88, 67% of those are leading to job offers from those companies. Research in the 30%, which is a great opportunity for that one-to-one faculty mentorship for an extended amount of time. Service learning, which really highlights that citizenship there. So addressing a local need on campus or in the local community or globally and finding solutions to those real world issues. And then lastly, the Elon student is a leader, whether that be in the classroom or outside of the classroom, with 77% of our students holding a leadership role on campus. And then now some of the important things that you're all kind of looking for as you look at different institutions. You want to know, what does getting involved look like? What are sports going to be like? And what food are you going to be eating? Elon, we have over 284 different clubs and organizations for you to choose from. These range from Greek life to cultural clubs, religious and spiritual life, and professional clubs as well. And then you have that benefit of us being a medium-sized institution in those smaller classroom sizes, but then we're also a Division I athletic school. So we are in the Coalition Athletic Association, playing universities and colleges such as Towson University, Drexel, College of William and Mary, Hofstra, and College of Charleston as well. And then lastly, the important part, food. You want to know, what are you going to be eating, when can you eat it, and how much of it can you eat? As you can see by these numbers here, we have various dining options, whether that be through our dining halls or our retail restaurants, which allow for you to feel as though you're eating on campus with the convenience and the access of still being on campus there. So those are Biscuitville, which we're the only college in North Carolina that has a Biscuitville on campus. We have smoothie restaurants as well as Einstein. So lots of options to choose from there. But then what does all of this lead to? What does life after Elon look like? And it's these outstanding outcomes here. So our graduates are employed in graduate school, completing internships and working in service organizations 9 months post-grad, and they're taking jobs in their field, which is a huge accomplishment there. We are also nationally ranked, so #1 best study abroad program in the US there, first year living, first year experiences, as well as career services as well through our Student Professional Development Center. And then coming to the end here, what are we looking for during that application review process? Mid-ranges for GPA there. We're also taking into account your essay, demonstrating interest, so interacting with me specifically or any other staff and demonstrating that interest. And then we are test optional, and we will remain test optional for the next 2 academic cycles to come. So completely your choice when it comes to submitting there. Your application will not be affected if you choose not to. I'd love for you all to stay connected with me, so I have my contact information for you all here, and I'll be sure to drop that in the chat as well as some of our virtual opportunities as well. But I will hand it over to the next representative.
Awesome. Thank you. We really appreciate it. The next representative is from Massachusetts Maritime Academy.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Joanne Robertson, and I'm coming to you from beautiful Mass Maritime campus, Buzzards Bay, Massachusetts. We're located very close to the Cape Cod Canal. I'm sure a lot of you have visited Cape Cod, being from Pennsylvania. I know a lot of my family has come up to visit. So on your way by, you can certainly stop and see our beautiful campus. Just some quick facts. Buzzards Bay, Mass is where we're located. As I said, it's about an hour south of Boston on the Cape Cod Canal. 1,700 undergraduate students, 1,800 students total. We're a public university of Massachusetts and a state maritime academy, of which there are 6 in the United States. STEM-based education with a regimented campus life, and we have 15 Division III varsity athletics teams, as well as club and intramural teams to participate in. So let's get down to the academics. Massachusetts Maritime Academy has 7 spectacular majors, all awarding Bachelor of Science degrees. Marine engineering and marine transportation are what we call our licensed track majors. Those lead to generally careers with a Coast Guard license on ships. We also have a facilities engineering and an energy systems engineering major, emergency management, international maritime business, and marine science, safety, and environmental protection. The philosophy at Mass Maritime is learn, do, learn. So what that means, you'll be learning in the classroom, going out and in your labs and your experiential learning opportunities, to put your learning into effect and then come back and learn more. So towards your, throughout your career at Mass Maritime, you have a lot of hands-on opportunities. Experiential learning is available to everybody in their first year. If you are in a marine engineering, marine transportation, that means you're on the ship. Otherwise, you're traveling to Costa Rica, or you're traveling to Florida, or you're doing some scuba diving down in Bermuda with our marine science, safety, and environmental protection majors. Our international maritime business majors are all over the world, embedding with corporations and learning about how to logistics and transport throughout the world. These are a couple of pictures of the buildings. This is the ABS building where our technology and library is located. And these are some of the study areas within that building. So the regiment, that's what makes us unique. We are a fully regimented academy. The regiment is designed to build character, leadership, and service to others. It enhances our academic program and contributes to career success, and it acts as a leadership lab on campus. Everybody wears a uniform every day. Everybody is organized in companies, and we do follow military traditions. It's not easy to do this, but the students that do come through with this are very desirable for corporations and to be hired. So we're focusing on STEM areas and preparing students for great careers in those areas. We also have fun. We have the NCAA Division III athletic teams, as you can see listed here. And our student government provides robust opportunities for clubs and organizations. We also have a lot of special. Emory Rice's Day is one of our founders' days. We have some pop-up events. We have a student lounge. They'll bring different types of events to campus sometimes we'll have comedians. Sometimes we'll have bonfires around campus. We've been doing a lot of socially distanced activities during COVID because our students have been back on campus, the vast majority of them this semester. What type of student are we looking for? Well, as you can see here by the numbers, the average weighted GPA, 3.1, the average SAT and average ACTs are listed here. We're not quite certain about what we're going to be doing for the fall, but we are leaning towards being test optional again for next year's class. But we really look at what you've done in the classroom. Your scores do complement, your standardized test scores do complement, but we're looking at the academic rigor, and we're predominantly looking for strength in math and science. Energy systems engineering is one of our most competitive majors because it is our honors engineering program, and we do have a limited number of students that we do admit to that program. And emergency management, for all the reasons you see out in the world today, is one of our most popular majors. You can apply online or via the Common App. And as I said, we are still evaluating our test optional program for the fall. So stay tuned for that. This summer, we will make an announcement on that. And speaking of announcements, we will be fully in person this fall so that students can take advantage of all of the learning opportunities that we offer. So if you want to learn more about Mass Maritime, currently we have a lot of virtual opportunities for you outside of what we're doing tonight. We have general info sessions that you can register for. The cadet chats are super popular. What will happen is you'll talk directly with a cadet, and in my experience, that's been the most impactful visits that our students have had virtually, because our cadets are really impressive. We also have personal interviews available via Zoom, and we have virtual tours, which for a school that went from 0 to 100 miles an hour with a virtual tour, I'm really pleased with what we've had to present. So www.maritime.edu, and you can also go to Visit MMA to sign up for any of those opportunities. Bottom line, Massachusetts Maritime Academy provides you with an incredible return on your investment. If you're willing to work hard, you can come here and be successful and get a great career. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Just another friendly reminder that if you have any questions at all, to feel free to submit those through the Q&A. Our representatives are here to answer any questions that you have about the process or about their specific school. If you do have a specific question for a specific school, we do ask that you note that in your question. Again, feel free to submit any questions through the Q&A. Our last representative, but certainly not least, is from Penn State.
Thank you so much, Catherine. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for being here with us tonight. My name is James McCarty, and I'm an Assistant Director of Admissions here at Penn State University. We're going to kick things off with a ton of facts, figures, and information. Penn State University is a massive institution. We're located in the state of Pennsylvania. We have 20 campuses across the state, and in total, we have about 76,000 undergraduate students. We are a publicly affiliated land-grant institution. Penn State is a world-renowned school. We're ranked in the top 1% of all colleges and universities. With more than 18,000 choices, Penn State ranks 53rd best in the world for you to pursue your education after high school. I like to say in admissions, we're not just recruiting students, we're recruiting graduates. And you can see that in the statistics focused around our retention rate coming in at 93%. That means that 93% of the students that start with us come back for year 2, and also our graduation rate coming in at 85%. These national averages come in somewhere between 55 and 60% each year. So you can see at Penn State, we have a real focus on you to make it to graduation. We offer a top-ranked career services office. It was ranked 9th best in the country by the Princeton Review. And we offer the world's largest alumni network with over 750,000 active living dues-paying alumni association members. You've got the largest network literally in the world at your disposal with us at Penn State. We offer more than 300 study abroad opportunities in our study abroad network. Penn State is a tier 1 research institution. Each year, we devote over $1 billion, with a B, over $1 billion towards undergraduate research. Our focus is to get you out of the classroom and connect what you're doing with the field. Even though we are a large institution, again, university-wide with over 76,000 students, our student to faculty ratio is still small, coming in at 16:1. As I mentioned, Penn State University is comprised of 20 unique campuses spread all across the state of Pennsylvania. To give you a quick tour, starting in the center of the state, University Park is our one large campus within the Penn State system. University Park has about 45,000 undergraduate students at that one campus location, and it's a small city in and of itself. Again, University Park is the one large campus within Penn State. We also offer 5 medium-sized campuses. Those campuses range in size from about 5,000 students down to about 2,500 students. And then we also offer 14 small campuses that range in size from 1,500 to our smallest campus, which has fewer than 500 students. Some campuses are rural, some are urban, some are suburban. So you get something with us that you don't get with other schools. Options. You're in the driver's seat. You get to choose exactly what you're looking for in your Penn State career. The mindset that you want to build now as a future prospective Penn State student, even someday as an alum, is that you are a Penn Stater first and foremost. And regardless of which campus you go to, you have the same rights, resources, privileges, education, and diploma across the board. We like to say that we're one university geographically dispersed. Most of our students at Penn State participate in what we call the 2+2 plan, which entails, in most cases, starting out or doing your first 2 years of study at one of our smaller or medium-sized campuses, and then transitioning, in most cases, to University Park for your junior and senior year. That is a guaranteed automatic transition, and it's built into your plan of academic studies. You can see from the map here, all of the campuses that have that little orange Monopoly house, those are campuses that offer on-campus university-owned residence halls, and the 2 campuses with the red house, University Park and Barron, require first-year students to live on campus. At Penn State, we offer more than 275 different academic programs. Literally anything you could possibly want to study, from aerospace engineering to ancient and medieval studies, business to psychology, kinesiology, global studies, professional writing, you name it, we've got it all. We offer more than 180 minors to complement your academic areas of study. Now, these numbers are probably overwhelming. A vast majority of our students start at Penn State in what we like to call the Division of Undergraduate Studies, DUS for short, or the undeclared major. It's an area of academic emphasis that you can start and explore, work with an academic advisor to see what's going to be right for you. But regardless of what you end up studying with us, we've got you covered with over 275 different programs at Penn State. We offer more than 1,200 clubs and organizations university-wide. Anything from Division I athletics. At our University Park, we're a part of the Big Ten Conference and have a number of varsity Division I sports. Our medium-sized campuses are all Division III in regards to athletics. And then we also offer club and intramural sports as well. We have clubs focused around the arts, music, theater, social, political issues, you name it. We've got clubs and organizations for everybody. As you've heard from many of our schools tonight, that you can start your own club at Penn State as well. You can see pictured in the background here is Penn State's Thon. It's a 46-hour dance marathon where our students raise money and awareness for pediatric cancer. Penn State's Thon organization generally raises over $10 million for pediatric cancer each year, and Penn State Thon is the largest student-run philanthropic organization in the world. So at Penn State, when we do something, we do it all in together and we do it big. Sorry, lost track of my mouse there. So applying to Penn State's very easy. I'll bring everything up here on the screen. We're going to ask you to fill out an application. You'll self-report your academic information from high school. Test scores are optional for this year up through fall 2023, and you'll check your My Penn State profile on our website for more information. Just to finish, I'm going to put my contact information on the screen. I don't want to go too far over. Please keep in touch. Thank you so much for being here tonight, and have a great rest of the day, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Again, all great information being shared. We do have a few minutes left, so we're going to jump right now into our Q&A portion of this session. If I could ask all the representatives to turn on their cameras, to unmute themselves, and we'll go ahead and get started with this question, which is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? Again, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And we can go ahead and get started in the same order in which you all presented in. And if we go pretty quickly to make sure that everyone has an opportunity to respond.
Thank you. Hello again. Yes, I'm happy to respond to this question because I really enjoy kind of demystifying the process for students. I would say my top advice with that is to make a list of your non-negotiables. What is important to you in the college search process? Is it a big school, a small school, rural, urban? There's so many different categories of how you pick a college. Make sure that you're true to yourself with it, not what your best friend wants, etc. But make a list of what's important to you in the process and utilize the tools online, such as the College Board's tools or the Common Applications tools to help you filter down your list.
Hi, great question. If you're looking at going to a school for art and design, I would suggest trying to do maybe a pre-college this summer. Work on your portfolio. We still have spaces open in some of our classes, so feel free to stay at CIA for 2 weeks or 4 weeks and do some pre-college work. But at the end of the day, do a portfolio review, be working on your portfolio throughout the summer, get a review before you submit that for your application.
Yeah, it's an important question. I think one of the best things to do is actually go and visit campus. Go and make sure that you feel like you're at home on campus. If things feel a little off while you're there, then maybe that isn't the best place for you to call home for the next 4 years. So go and visit campus, take a tour, see the building, see where you're going to be for the next 4 years, and just know your programs, know what's available to you. Speak with your admissions counselors, and I'm sure you guys will be fine.
Yeah, I'll just echo everything everyone said. But I'll emphasize utilizing your resources, whatever those resources may be, whether it be your school counselors, whether it be admissions staff that you build connections with or are reaching out to get to know, as well as social media and virtual opportunities. I recognize that this year in the college search is not what it traditionally would be. So for students who aren't able to get to campus or maybe looking for more things to do in between that, utilizing the virtual opportunities that are available so you can gain that general information about the institution as you begin to make that list and see which ones are of interest to you.
I'm going to just say two things. They both relate to value. One is return on investment. You're making a big commitment to a school and you're going to spend money. So make sure that you're going to get the best value that you can from whatever school you decide to attend. And the second part is that you remember that you also have value in the process. A lot of students get really intimidated and forget that, that they also bring value to the process as a student exploring institutions.
And to wrap things up, I would say, don't ever assume and always stay connected. So many times when I work with students, I hear, well, I heard this from my friend, or, my uncle said this about your school. Work with all of us. We're here to help. I always tell students, I was a first generation college student, and this process was terrifying. I wasn't sure where to go, what questions to ask, or who to turn to. Know that you should never, ever go through this process alone. And keep in mind that we all work in the admissions office. We're looking to help you get in. We don't work in the denial office. So, don't psych yourself out, stay connected, and please don't assume. We're always here to help.
And that's very true. All great advice. Thank you so much to our representatives for the great advice, for all the information being shared. We greatly appreciate it. And thank you to each of you for joining us. As we close, there'll be a very quick 4-question survey that will appear. If you could take a moment to fill that out for us, it'll be really helpful. There are more sessions happening, so feel free to sign up for more sessions where you registered for this one. And lastly, this recording will be available at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. We have concluded this webinar, but again, thank you all for joining us and have a great evening.